Wednesday. So yesterday I was part of a Tiny Tidy collab, and I'm trying to see if yesterday I was part of a Tiny Tidy collab that happens basically every Tuesday, and it's hosted by my friend Sunday Dawn at the home. So you're definitely gonna want to watch that playlist in the description. I mean, it's a playlist of my video and stuff. Hey Jen, you're here. Fantastic. I'm so glad you're here live. You are amazing, friend. Thank you so much for doing this. So the reason I want to do this live, friend, was because my life has been crazy, and still trying to get answers as far as my health is concerned. And this room has just kept evolving and evolving and evolving and evolving. And I mean, within the first month, it changed so much of me being here. It was just, and it keeps changing and evolving. And then there was that span where I had pneumonia for like 5 weeks and couldn't really talk or breathe or anything. So now that the pneumonia's been gone and the room kind of, doing a different bed and everything and changing it, it's still evolving, but I figured I owed everybody a update because I kind of dropped off of YouTube for a while, just because of health stuff and because of having pneumonia when I did. And so I wanted to come on and do a live, give an update, and then just talk about things that have been on my mind. So hi, Dedros. I talk about minimalism and chronic illness, and I also just sometimes go live and just chat and give updates. I do tidying videos. If you're new here and you didn't know, I moved a few months ago, so I'm just want to show an update of my room. But like I said, if you like decorating, if you like tidying, organizing, decluttering, cleaning, minimalism, chronic illness, all that stuff, then you are in the right spot. I'm also a lesbian, flamingly gay, so men, please don't hit on me. Just because it's not gonna go anywhere. Hello, people from all these other countries. Hello. I know how to say hello in a couple other languages, but I don't know any other languages. So I don't want to say hello in other languages and give people the wrong idea. But let me show you what my room is currently looking like and changes and updates and everything. So, and if you want to remember what it looked like previously, you're going to have to go back and watch my other videos. So you come into my room. Just turning around. You come into my room, and this is the first picture you see. It's something I got off of Etsy. I absolutely love it. Got the frame from Walgreens. And then I was recently given a queen bed and mattress and a queen flat sheet and fitted sheet for free. The nightstands I got either Ross or Marshalls. That picture I got off of Etsy. I think once again I got the frame again from was it Walgreens, I believe. And then I'm having my Starbucks. I've got my gaming stuff, my TV remote, my water bottle, And then the TV and the lamp were already here when I moved in. And then the nightstands and the bed frame and stuff are stuff I got after I moved in. There was already a bed in here, but we ended up doing a bed swap, and I ended up getting this bed instead. I do keep my curtains closed and the bedroom light on when I'm filming for privacy reasons. I don't show my outside. And then this is my closet, which, if you saw my tiny tidy yesterday, I showed it because it is currently a bit of a mess. And I've been working on slowly getting it tidied up. So that's my room update, everybody. Like I said at the very beginning of this live, the room is ever evolving, ever changing as I figure out what I want and how I want it to be. Keep in mind, it's going to stay minimal. That is for sure. Like the nightstands, like that one's empty on one side of the bed. The other side of the bed has like, oh, thank you, Jen. I think it looks good too. The other side of the bed, the nightstand, and it has like supplements and vitamins and like allergy pills and those sort of things in it. So, but keep in mind with this bedroom that I'm living with people to help them as I figure out health stuff and to kind of help take care of me and stuff, because that's kind of where my chronic illness is at right now. So when it comes to the wall color, the floor, what's in the room, like you saw, I think you saw the fridge and the microwave and the coffee pot that they put in my closet. That was already there because when my health is not doing well, having my own little spot so I don't have to go to the kitchen is fantastic. Love, love, love that. Also, if you knew he didn't know, where I moved from a few months ago was cross country. So I didn't drive cross country. I didn't use a moving service or a moving truck or anything. I basically fit my entire life into like 3 large suitcases. And hi, everybody coming in. Yeah, I basically fit my entire life into 3 large suitcases and like a carry-on or 2, I think. And so, and that's just kind of, aw, thank you, anybody who wants to subscribe. Yeah, I talk about minimalism, chronic illness, and I just like sometimes go live and just if there's stuff I want to give a live update or just talk to people about things, I do that too. So, hello everybody. I am trying to grow my channel, but it's not like a pressure thing. I've been on YouTube since 2017, and I'm just raw and real, and I don't edit. I don't do music. Oh, thank you, Stars Plays 3. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, so I've had comments as I've gotten back into YouTube after being sick with pneumonia and finally being able to film videos again about asking where like some of my furniture and some of my stuff is that I had with me in the other previous state I lived in. And for me, I don't, when I move cross country, it makes more sense when I'm moving like multiple states and moving across. For me, it makes more sense to fly cross country and fit what I want to keep into suitcases and move that stuff and just start over than it does for me to pay to have whatever furniture and stuff I owned moved in a moving truck. Part of that is for financial reasons. It makes more sense. The other part is I've learned with how much I've moved in my lifetime that, oh, bye, Stars Play. Have a good day or evening or whatever it is. Hope. Good luck with things. Oh, thank you. So, like I said, I've moved enough in my life to where just because furniture or something worked, so just because furniture or something worked in whatever place I lived doesn't mean it's gonna work in whatever space I'm moving to. And sometimes wherever I've lived, either the furniture or the TV wasn't mine, or it was mine, but the quality just, I'm like, yes, this works for where I'm living, but if I tried to move this piece of furniture or whatever, it wouldn't survive the move. So, the previous state I lived in, I had like the old Hollywood glam look. I got like an upholstered bed. I had like these black mid-century nightstands. It was very pretty, very glam, very cute. Loved it. The nightstands were of good quality. My TV was a decent TV. I owned it. My TV stand, it wasn't exactly what I would pick if I had the money, but it worked. And so when it came to moving cross country, and I looked at the cost of moving, it was cheaper for me to let go of that furniture, let go of that TV, and just move with a couple of suitcases and fly cross country than it would have been for me to use a moving service or friends or whatever to haul my stuff for me across country. So for anybody wondering why my furniture and stuff is different at my new space and why I don't have some things, there's your explanation. I meant to explain like after I got here, and life has just been a lot. I've been sipping at this coffee for a while now, so it's almost just taking my time with it, but it's almost gone. So that's my room update. That's the explanation of furniture and stuff, and so I wish Mello was here. Jen, I didn't see her online at all. I was gonna let her know that I was going live, but she didn't appear to be online. I do plan on doing a collab in May with my friend Joy at Organize with Joy. It's going to be a Thoughtful Thursday because I want to talk about why I'm getting rid of all my physical photos. Well, I say all. I'm going to look through them one last time and see if there are any that I really, really want to keep. But basically, I plan on getting rid of all my physical photos. And so I plan on doing a Thoughtful Thursday video about that in May, explaining my reasonings why. And because I know a lot of people keep their photos, organize their photos. My friend Sunday Dawn at the Helpful Home, she does Photo Club Friday each month, and her and some other people on YouTube that I'm friends with, they show how they organize and store their photos and what they're doing with their photos. And I originally had planned to be a part of that collab and keep the photos and organize them. But after looking through all the photos, I don't want to keep any of them. So I'll be making a video explaining why. And so if you are like me and you struggle with your photos, because there's this cultural pressure to keep photos. So if you're like me and you struggle with photos, physical photos especially, then you're going to want to see that video because it will give you the permission to, if you want to let all or most of your photos go. If you are someone who likes photos, likes physical photos, wants to keep your photos, then I would recommend watching Sunday Dawn at the Helpful Home and that collab they do. I believe it's at the beginning of the month, and see how they organize their photos and how they keep their photos and what they decide to do with them if you're the type who likes to keep things. But for me personally, I plan on letting all the photos go. So it's not easy because I know there are people in my life who can be very upset that I'm not keeping those photos. But for me, it makes sense to let them go. So I'm going to take this to pause a second from all my chatting and talking. And if you guys have anything you want to say in the chat, if you have any questions for me, of course, keep them nice and respectful. I'm going to take a minute and pause and let you guys say anything. If you guys have any opinions, I'm here for it. Plus, it gives me an excuse to drink my coffee. Anybody? Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was like this in my tiny tidy, but I did shave my head over the weekend. I love my head shaved. And someone with chronic illness, it makes it way easier to manage because my hair is super thick. Can't tell when it's shaved, but it is. Anyway, give it another minute. See if anybody has any questions or anything. Wants to say anything. Oh, thank you, Jen. Yeah, I'm gonna. I need to make sure that I have my. Oh, thank you. I like my hair too. I need to make sure that I'm have my words collected, so I'm saying the right things and explaining correctly when I talk about why I'm letting all the photos go. Like I said, I'm going to look at it one last time and see if any of the photos I truly want to keep. But honestly, they're probably all just going to go. I can think of one or two photos and I'd be like, oh, I want to keep that one. But for the most part, I think they're just all going to go. So, look for that video in May. It'll be exciting. And so, yes. And then the other thing I had been debating making a video about or going live about, and because it triggered me and it pissed me off, and I was just spewing and cursing like a sailor and all these things and upset and on the verge of tears because, and I'm like, well, I need to be calm about this and not be super emotional because, in my opinion, there are a lot of people who wouldn't take me seriously when I get super emotional and frustrated like that. And plus, they just have a hard time understanding me because my speech would get all slurry and everything out of frustration. So I decided, let's talk about it. Let's go there for a second and hope. But I will say it's why I one of the reasons why I say my videos are not for children, not for people under 18, because, and if you don't like swear words, here's your warning, because I tend to try to keep this off of YouTube, but when it's something I'm passionate about and angry about, I will curse like a fucking sailor. So, keep that in mind. Here's your warning now. If you're still in this live and you don't like swearing and cursing, you might want to exit. And I'm okay with that. And what I'm talking about is people's internal ableism. Ableism is being dismissive of somebody's inability to do things, whether they have chronic illness or whether they're sick, and being like, this person is not helpful to society, or this person's a waste of space, or you're just not trying hard enough, or, if you ate this or did this, it would cure you, or if you exercised or whatever, and, or, in some religions, it's the whole like pray it away, whatever, you know, you must have a demon inside of you if you're sick. And that sort of dismissive, ableist, oh, you're just not trying, or you're just not taking care of yourself, is fucking bullshit. And I hate it with a fucking passion. So hard. And I've been fighting with people like that my entire life. Because the chronic illness I have is genetic. It was that I had it when I was conceived. I had it in the womb. I had it when I was born. And I've had it ever since. Yes, there are things that can trigger a chronic illness. Yes, there are things that can make a chronic illness worse. Yes, your mental state can also in my can bring things to happen and bring things into existence. But nobody with chronic illness or chronic pain wants to have chronic illness or chronic pain. And chronic means it's not going away. Hello, Anonymous. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Hello. I am talking about how mental ableism is harming, and I do swear like a fucking sailor during this. So if you have an issue with swearing, I wouldn't recommend staying in this live. As much as I want people here, as much as I want my subscriber count to go up, I'm not going to water myself down to people please. So, yeah, Jen, I knew you would agree with me. Exactly. Being myself here. That's what we're doing. We're being ourselves. So, and there's also internal ableism because chronic illness and chronic pain sucks and is it doesn't go away. And because we didn't choose, a lot of us didn't choose to be this way. We have internal ableism where it's like we get mad at ourselves because we can't do something, or we push ourselves because that ableist thinking, conscious or self-conscious, you know tells us, oh no, we should do this, we can do this, and then that can be very damaging. So if someone tells you, oh, you just need to be part of this religion, and God or whoever you worship will heal you and take it away, uh that's bullshit. That's absolute no. Are there cases throughout history where someone has been cured or whatever? I've heard stories, but it's no, just no. uh when you're chronically ill and have chronic pain and stuff, you learn to listen to your body. So you diet and exercise in a way which is ever changing because, depends on what your chronic illness is doing and what other chronic illnesses you might have and chronic pain and stuff. And you figure out with each period of your life what diet and what exercise, if any, is going to not cure you, because that's not a thing, but help you manage your condition, help your body not go downhill fast. So, and this is the thing, is that with chronic illness and stuff, you can take the best care of yourself on the planet and your body is still going to go downhill. It just get worse. You may not want to hear that, but most chronic illness people will tell you this, and that I know will tell you the same damn thing. And so there are things we do when it comes to resting, exercise, and diet that we do to keep ourselves alive and to keep ourselves you know, managing and all that, but that's what it is. Um, I'm agnostic. I was raised Christian, but I'm agnostic. So you can believe what you want, have your opinions. Uh, just know that I'm good with it. You can, whatever. As long as you're nice to me and the people I care about, I don't care what you fucking believe. Doesn't matter to me. Now, I was raised Christian. I have read the Bible backwards and frontwards. I did it for years. There was a point, in my young life as a teenager and stuff, where I got to the point where I was so in the Christian culture that I was actually teaching Sunday school for little kids. So I know, and so in the Bible, yes, Jesus did heal people in the Bible. Like I said, I'm agnostic. I don't share those beliefs anymore. But if you're a Bible reader, a Bible believer, we're gonna use these. So yes, in the Bible, people were healed, people were brought back from the dead, all these things. Um, but Jesus also used people who had issues, um, who had bad pasts or health issues or were cripples, to basically say that he loved everybody, which, as far as people's behavior and stuff goes, he may not have liked it, but he loved everybody. And also, you know, he was kind to the sick and to the cripple, and, you know, didn't view, from what I remember of the Bible, didn't view them as a bad thing, didn't view them as something that needs to be fixed or removed. And in that way, from my interpretation of the Bible, that's what I read. And from my interpretation, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. There are people going to disagree with me hardcore, but in my view, what I read is that Jesus loved everybody. He may not have liked what they were doing, but he loved everybody. And also, he didn't view sickness or being crippled as a bad thing. And so if you're around someone or to yourself, and you view being crippled or being sick as a bad thing, especially when it's chronic. I mean, if you're sick with like I had pneumonia recently, yeah. So like that kind of being sick, it does need to be healed. I did take antibiotics. I did cure myself. If you have a cold, if you have a fever, if you get the C word, there are illnesses that, yes, you shouldn't just give up and not take care of yourself. There are things that are temporary, broken bones, torn muscles, sprains, all that stuff absolutely should be treated and taken care of. I'm talking about chronic illness. I'm talking about, can't be fixed kind of stuff. Like if somebody gets paralyzed in any sort of way, it's just, it's, unless we get whole into the like Star Trek, Star Wars, level medical stuff, where, yes, I'm a nerd, sci-fi level stuff, where in those shows, things like headaches and certain things just weren't an issue anymore. It wasn't a thing. And there were things that would go medically wrong that would normally in current era be considered chronic or couldn't be fixed. And in like sci-fi grade, it's like, no, we can fix this. This can be fixed. Was it still dangerous to fix some of those things? Absolutely. Oh no, I'm not saying I'm a nerd as a bad thing. I'm fully, when I say I'm agnostic, lesbian, disabled, nerd, geek, whatever it is, I'm saying that with pride. I'm saying that with, I absolutely love who I am. So yes, if you love Star Wars and Star Trek 2, thumbs up. That is awesome. Good for you. I love having my nerds around. I love living minimally. It's just, when I say it, I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm just saying, hey, this is me. But especially in the current times we're living in, autism, depression, anxiety, chronic illnesses like arthritis and my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and or being paralyzed or whatever, having chronic pain, those things, when people get frustrated that somebody with health issues can't do something, or get frustrated because someone with those issues cancels on them last minute, you need to understand that someone with chronic illness and chronic pain gets way more depressed and way more frustrated with themselves than the person or persons who are getting frustrated with them. Like I said, chronic illness and chronic pain are absolutely fucking not a choice. It's something that is lived with. It is something that is, even though it may not be diagnosed until someone's an adult or late in life, it's something that is always lived with. There are things that can trigger it and make it worse and make it more obvious that it's there. But it is absolutely a fucking thing. And, and so people who have those issues, they still contribute, they still do things. It may not be to the level or to the extent of someone with mental ableism, but contributing, no matter how small, is still fucking contributing. It's still a damn thing. It absolutely is. So, like for me, I have internal ableism where where I want to do more, or I think I should do more, or I push myself trying to do more, or whatever. And That's my internal ableism talking. Part of it is because, you know, you have to have some level of activity, even if that means just you're using your stamina to be able to shower with a shower chair. That's still doing something. And so I want to use this live, one, to update and to talk about things, but also for people to check their mental thinking, whether they realize they're doing it or not, and leave their ableism at the fucking door. Don't discount someone. Don't say someone shouldn't exist or isn't useful to society because of your fucking ableism. Just don't fucking do it. Now, I know there are people that, with ableism and with other topics, there's no talking to them. I could say this in every freaking form. I could say this night and day for my entire life, and people would still be like, nope, you're an idiot. And you know what? So I don't do that for them. I know with them, it's like talking to a fucking wall. So I don't do it for them. I do it to bring awareness. I do it hoping that, somebody watches this and I change their mind, that their mind isn't completely closed and that they're open to the reality. Jen, you still here? I want to make sure my friend Jen is still here. Make sure she's okay. I really need to put a trigger warning on this live because of what we're talking about. Okay, good. You okay, Jen? Are we good? Still, we good? I want to make sure we're good. I don't know why I lean into my phone when I'm reading the chat. My eyes are like the one part of my body that's not messed up. It's perfect. But okay, that was my rant about ableism. So if you guys have opinions on what all of I just said, if you want to share your own thoughts in the live chat, you are more than welcome to. Don't feel pressured to say anything. It's just, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. This is a judgment-free zone. You can even freaking disagree with me. And if you want to disagree, that's fine. Just don't be mean about it. That's all I ask. Don't be an ass. Yeah, it was important for me to share. I've been debating it for quite some time because there was something because it's, like I said, it's something I've always dealt with, but there was something I saw recently and it just set me off. And I was so angry. So angry. And I was like, well, I know there are a lot of people that this message is meant for, that it's like talking to a freaking wall. So should I even bother saying anything? And I couldn't let it go. I'm like, no, I need to say something. I need to speak up. I need people to understand. And whether they choose to understand is on them. Okay, so this live is about 45 minutes right now. So, oh, thank you, Jen. Yes, wait to me use my voice. Exactly. I just, growing up, I would get frustrated when people's ableism, or they try to put it away or blame it on being like, I must have done something, or my parents must have done something. And growing up Christian, you know, that was absolute bullshit, because I'm like, God loves me. God made me this way. So your Christian mouth spewing that bullshit is probably some of the most fucked up shit ever. And Christians to this day, I still get that. Still getting them trying to pray it away. And I'm like, what kind of Christian are you that you would do that? Do you know your Bible? Do you know God at all? Because if you did, having someone born with chronic illness, having someone with chronic illness, having someone with chronic pain, having someone with autism, or, different things, having them always be that way, having them born that way, and you're trying to pray it away. Stupidest shit ever. Some of the stupidest shit ever. Because I'm like, no. God made people that way. It may suck to live this way. Don't get me wrong. There are times where people with these issues have full-on mental crying breakdowns because living in this kind of body absolutely fucking sucks. But my belief has been that the good and the bad make you who you are. And I am someone who is happy with who I am. So someone trying to dismiss it and saying, and if there is a God, saying that God fucked up is crazy to me. Is absolutely fucking nuts to me. And I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I have 3 likes on this live. That makes me very happy. I was worried with everything I've been talking about up to the beginning that I was going to get some pushback, but 3 likes on this live so far is really freaking good, and I'm happy about it. I'm happy, happy, happy. So, if you're a Christian, or if you have a religion, yay, is right. So I'm making this announcement. If you're a Christian, or if you have a religion, any sort of spiritual beliefs, and you come across somebody with chronic illness or chronic pain or autism or anything like that, and you use your ableist thinking of being like, well, if you just did this and if you just did that, and you're just not trying hard enough, or if you try to pray it away or whatever, knock that shit off right now. I'm telling you right now. Unless they ask for it, unless they want your help, unless they want you to pray it away or whatever, knock that shit right off right now. Because one, if it's chronic, We know our bodies better than you do. Are there times where someone with chronic illness may self-sabotage and do things or eat things they shouldn't? Absolutely. It happens. I've done it out of frustration. But because we listen to our bodies, because we take care of our bodies, or we have people helping take care of us, and because our bodies are ever changing, we have a tendency to know what works and what fucking doesn't. What helps and what fucking doesn't. And saying, oh, just eat this or do this, or you're just not trying hard enough, and that will make your body better and it will kill you, or you'll be able to do way more than you are now, is bullshit. And you just need to knock it the fuck off. Also, if you've read the Bible or have any spiritual beliefs that aren't hateful, then you know in your beliefs that supposedly God has a purpose, and God made us this way, and to try to put it away or whatever and be completely dismissive of your God's fucking plan is wrong. It's just wrong. I don't care whether you're religious or not. It's just wrong. So damn wrong. And you can disagree with me. You can unsubscribe. I don't fucking care. Because I am not, this has been my opinion, and I'm not changing. Not for you, not for my family, not for friends, not for fucking anyone. Yes, I have struggled with people pleasing in my lifetime, but this is something where I will die on the fucking hill, as they call it. Because I feel very, very strongly about this. It's okay. We're gonna end on that subject, because if I rant anymore, then I'm gonna need a tub of ice cream. And I love ice cream, but that's way too much sugar to be having all at once. I'll make myself sick. So, changing the subject. So, I want to, once again, pause the chat for a minute, give my voice a break. And if you guys have any opinions, any agreements, disagreements, anything you want to talk about in the live chat, you're free to speak. If you just want to just absorb what I'm saying and not say anything, that's also good. Oh, I know, again, ice cream sounds so good right now. So freaking good. I love ice cream. I'm an ice cream girly all the way. Like, somebody has cake around, I have self-control, I can skip it. Ice cream, I freaking love ice cream. Although there are some flavors where I don't like and I won't eat. Like where I live right now, there's ice cream in the freezer. But the flavors that I don't like and I don't eat. So I love ice cream, but there is some where I'm like, nope, don't like it, don't care for it. I can skip it. Vanilla is good. I love banana splits. I love vanilla for banana splits because it's a nostalgia thing for me. It reminds me of my grandma, and it's a nostalgia thing, having a banana split. So I eat bananas on a regular anyway, and so there are times where I'm like, oh, I'll get vanilla ice cream, I'll get chocolate syrup, I'll get like walnuts or something, and have a banana split. Yep, those are good. Cookie dough ice cream is good. Cookies and cream ice cream is good. Now with cookies, now I'm gluten free. And so what I do, because I really miss cookies and cream ice cream, because in cookies and cream ice cream they don't have an option where they use gluten free Oreos yet already made. Oh, vanilla bean in a waffle cone is so good. That is one thing I miss with being gluten free, is having a good cone, a good ice cream cone. I love waffle cones. Before I went gluten free, like over a decade ago, there was this ice cream shop that I loved going to that would do like homemade fresh ice cream, and I'd get it in a waffle cone, and it was so good, so freaking good. And that's the thing about being gluten free, is I have not found a good waffle cone that was gluten free, and I miss it so much. It's one of those things where I'm like, I will cheat and have gluten and deal with the reactions just to have a good waffle cone with ice cream on it. So, yeah, vanilla bean is good. Tillamook vanilla bean is the best. Either homemade vanilla bean or Tillamook vanilla bean is, oh man, so freaking good. Love it so much. I love chocolate. Don't get me wrong. I love chocolate. Chocolate peanut butter ice cream is probably one of my absolute faves. I usually say I don't have favorites, but when it comes to ice cream, I can honestly say the chocolate peanut butter ice cream is one of my faves. It's just yum me. But as I was saying, with cookies and cream ice cream, they don't use gluten-free Oreos. And I was so happy when the Oreo brand came out with gluten-free Oreos, because I'm an Oreo girly for sure. I love Oreos. And so what I do, because there isn't a cookies and cream ice cream that is made with gluten-free Oreos, is I'll get vanilla bean ice cream. I will add gluten-free Oreos in them and either mix it really well or blend it in a blender for a gluten-free Oreo vanilla bean milkshake. And it is so good. So good. In fact, I might need to get some vanilla bean ice cream just so I can, because I already have the gluten-free Oreos and I already have the milk. And I might need to get vanilla bean ice cream just so I can make myself a gluten-free Oreo milkshake, because that sounds really good right now that I'm talking about it. Oh, happiness. Pure happiness. So, if anybody else in the chat has an opinion on ice cream, you're welcome to join Jen and I and share whether you like ice cream or not. And if you do, if there's a particular flavor that you really enjoy. because we're tuning into happier subjects now that I've gone on my ableism rant and gotten that over with and used my voice. Oh man. Okay, it is an hour into this live. And I want to kind of open up and use the last of this live to, if anybody has questions about minimalism, decluttering, organizing, cleaning questions, disability questions, like chronic illness or chronic pain questions, you're welcome to ask me and I will gladly answer. Just know that when you ask questions and I answer them, I'm giving it from my viewpoint, from my opinion. And this is by no means from a professional or anything. It's just me sharing my thoughts and how I view something. I need to trim my nails, people. They're getting too long. Okay, well, coffee's finished. And my voice is getting tired. So I think I'm going to be ending this live soon. But I just want to make sure and see if there's anything anybody else wants me to talk about, if there's anything I've missed, and if you guys have any questions. So, plus I think, what time is it? Okay. Plus, the people I live with should be getting home soon, so I will have to cut this off because I'm going to need to interact with them when they get home. But I just wanted to, that's why I'm doing this live, because the space is currently quiet. So I can do this without having to worry about background noise. But pretty soon the house will not be quiet. So space will not be quiet. Also, because of what I talked about and because I used swear words and curse words, should I put my trigger warning in the title? And then in particular, what would you recommend it to be? If I should put it in the description or in the title or in both, because I say my videos are for people over 18, but I also know that this topic can trigger people. I know that some people can't really handle hearing swear words or curse words. They don't want to be around that. So, okay, put it in the title and in the description. That trigger warning, controversial topic, and trigger warning, swear words used. I mean, normally I keep my content clean. So I haven't ever really, I rarely had to put trigger warnings on things. And so I'm not quite sure trying to think how to label it. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, that's what I'll do then. That's what I will do. Okay, everybody. There we go. That's it. That's it. That's what I will put. That's a good idea. Because I do want to warn people, and I need to let Mello know that I did this because she wanted to be here for the live. Like I said, when I didn't see her online or anything when I was getting ready to go live, and I couldn't let her know about it. Well, I could, but I just figured if I hadn't really seen her online today, that she probably had her own stuff going on. Okay, everybody. Well, around the hour mark is about all my body can do today. So I'm gonna end this live. I want to thank my friend Jen for moderating. I want to thank everybody in the chat for being kind and respectful. Thank you for the person who subscribed. Thank you for everyone who has, sticks around and listens to me. And after this live, we'll go back to my regular content of doing Tiny Tidy and all the things. So because my channel has grown to over 300 subscribers now, I wanted to give all my new people kind of a description of my channel, a description of me, and also just a life update, sort of, and to talk about these things. Like I said, I moved here a few months ago because I'm trying to get answers with some health stuff I've had going on, trying to get a second opinion, and I still don't have answers yet. And trust me, it's just as frustrating for you as it is for me. But anybody who's dealt with medical stuff knows that it takes a while, especially if your body doesn't work the way a normal person's does. So my body's always taken longer to figure things out. But anyway, I hope you all have a happy Wednesday, whatever day or night it is for you. I know I get people from all over the world watching my content. So, and if what I say or talk about during this resonates with you, if you watch my past videos and they resonate with you, I'd be very grateful. Also grateful if you guys would like my videos, comment on my videos, and if you guys would subscribe to my channel. Keep in mind, it's all free. I do not make money from YouTube. I do not have any of those other services you can do to make money while making videos. It's just raw and basic at its most real level. So Thank you, Jen. I love you, friend. I will talk to you soon. And everybody else, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this live. I will add the trigger warning both to the title and to the description. And I will save this live. So if anybody in future wants to watch it, if the things I've talked about and you feel like people in your life need to hear it, please share it. And I will see you all next time. Loves.